Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I was making a video earlier where I was reacting to the result of England versus Italy, and some issues came forward after the game to do with the abuse of Saka, Sancho and Rashford, the racial abuse that was given to them, and I went on a little bit of a impassioned speech about what I thought about racism, and this is just my message to those racists and a couple of other issues in football as well, and I felt like it deserved its own video and one that could be shared just about that and not about the football. So here's that video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you take it in and just learn from it. Yeah, so enjoy the video. On that subject, in fact, I just want to say that the racial abuse of Saka, of Sancho, of Rashford immediately after they had missed their penalties is nothing short of disgusting. And those people do not represent England fans. They don't represent England. They don't represent the human race. These people are so far away from being a fellow human being. I don't know what to say about it other than it can't happen anymore. It needs to stop, this inherent systemic racism running through Twitter, running through social media after things like this, in the name of football, in the name of England, in the name of this kind of thing. And it just needs to stop now, because quite frankly, I'm getting fed up with it. And I'm not getting fed up of hearing about it, because I want to hear it every single time it happens, because it needs to stop, and we need to be coming out and saying that these people do not represent us, and they don't. I stand with the people subjected to this abuse. I stand with anyone who stands against racism, and I can't believe I'm having... I don't have to say this. I don't have to say this, but I should. I should say it. And that's why I'm saying it now. And quite frankly, if you're watching this video and you thought that you'd tweet something to Saka and call him an N-word, or some form of primate or something like that, then you are scum. And you are not representative of this country. You are not representative of the human race. And you need to stop and take a good hard look at yourself, quite frankly. And I know I'm a white person, and I don't understand the struggle and the situation that people have been put in for years and years and years and years, and I don't understand that, and I'm trying to. But at the very least, I can stop and say to my fellow peers, to anyone that's watching this video, to anybody who supports England and sees this video, I need you to stop doing that, because it's quite frankly just disgusting. It's just horrible. Why can't people just be kind? And this question plagues my mind every single day. Why can't people just be kind? Why does it matter if England take a knee before kickoff, for example? If you're the type of person that has booed and spoken out about people taking the knee before kickoff, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. Because you are speaking out against something that does not affect you in the slightest. The fact that they've taken a knee means, oh, the match has gone on for 3 or 4 seconds longer, and you've come out and said, oh, we're bored of it now. Well, no. The fact that you're having to say that is the very root of the problem, and it is part of the problem. I don't want to dwell on this for much longer, because I have not come here to make an anti-racism video. I've come here to make England did very well, and I want to commend them, and I'm sad that we didn't win, but also I'm happy and proud of the lads for everything they've done at this tournament, and I really truly am. And I truly am happy with how they've done at this tournament. I mean, it would have been fantastic if it came home. It really would have been. And I think that that's perhaps what this country needed right now, after Brexit and COVID and everything that's happened over the last 5 to 10 years, specifically in Britain and England. And yeah, obviously I'm sad we didn't win. And at the end of the day, it's a game of football. It's a football match, and it shouldn't be that kind of thing that galvanizes a nation. But that's the problem. It is. That's the kind of thing that everyone gets behind and everyone feels a part of, no matter if you're black, white, Asian, any colour, any creed, anything. You feel a part of something when sport comes around. And I'm hoping the Olympics can do something for that. And I'm worried that with there's no fans at the Olympics, it might lose something. It might lose the attraction. And with this disappointment, not as many people might tune into the Olympics and not see the brilliant work that our athletes do and get behind Britain as a whole. It would be nice to see Britain getting behind each other as a whole again, like we were in 2012. The passion in 2012 of the London 2012 Games is something I think we should be striving for every single day, because it was incredible, and it really was. And I've realised I'm rambling on and on about the country rather than a football match, which is my purpose as a YouTuber, is to talk about the football, but my mind's been swayed elsewhere after I've seen a ridiculous number of tweets and responses and just horrible, horrible things tonight. And it's distracted me from what I originally intended to make a video out of. So apologies for that. Apologies that I've had to... No, you know what? I don't apologise for it. I do not apologise for it, because it needs to be said and more people need to say it. And more people need to have courage to say that kind of thing and stop that kind of thing. And I wish in the past I would have had more courage to speak out about that in public in front of people, because I've been to football matches before and seen it from a distance, and I've never been a part of it, but I've also never stepped in either, and that's why I feel like I need to talk now as well, to say something, because more people should say something, and more people will be better if more people said something. And there are other things I want to talk about as well, about gender inequality and transphobia and homophobia and various other things that all go hand in hand with football these days, tragically so. I'm not going to address them in this video, because otherwise this video will just be a half-an-hour rant where I talk about all of the problems with football fans and various other things, and toxicity and things like that. So I'm not going to talk about those things now, but I felt like I needed to say something about the abuse that's been received tonight and how against it I am, before we then move on and talk about the football, really, because at the end of the day, this is a game. This is it's the thing. How can you give so much hate and so much horrific toxicity and inhumane responses to a game? Like, at the end of the day, it's a game. It is a game. And yes, it means incredible amounts to people, but it doesn't mean more than your humanity, surely. Surely it doesn't mean more than your humanity. But apparently to some people it does. And there was other stuff as well, like the whole domestic abuse increases when England play, let alone when we lose. It goes up even more when we lose. I tweeted the stat the other day. Someone else tweeted it and I retweeted the stat the other day. I think it's 38% it goes up to when England lose, which is just embarrassing. If you feel like you're so angry about the football that you need to go and beat your wife or husband, you know, either way, it's not just men who do it, but any domestic abuse, if you feel like you need to do that after a football match, then who are you? Why? It's just disgusting. If you've ever done that, then you need to repent, because quite frankly that's disgusting as well. And yeah, I'm not going to go into all the other issues that come with football, and there are a lot, and there is a minority, and they are a minority in football. I would say most football fans are sane, normal human beings who believe that equality should be a thing, that it doesn't matter what colour you are, and everyone should just be together and support their team. And the majority of football fans are that, but there is a loud minority right now who are saying some really horrible things, and I just felt like I needed to say stop, and please stop. There are times when I've been to football matches and I've heard the vast negativity and the hatred and the things like that, and it's made me not want to go anymore. And I'm not even the subject of those views. I'm not even the person that they're directing those views at. So I can't even imagine what someone must be feeling when thousands of people at a football match, or thousands of people online, or hundreds of people, you know, thousands and thousands of people are saying horrible things, or DMing them in their Instagram DMs, or, you know, just saying horrible things. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine what it's like to be that person and receive that amount of hate for something that they cannot change, and for something that they didn't choose, and for something that, quite frankly, doesn't affect the person who's saying these horrible things. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter to your daily life if someone did something in a football match. But at the end of the day, if you come home from a football match and you feel like someone has wronged you in some way by existing, then just, you need to find a new hobby, and you need to find that hobby on your own and be on your own, because you are affecting people negatively around the world, and that's not okay. And I'm probably going to cut some of this out because I'm getting impassioned and perhaps not factually correct in certain situations, and I want to be factually correct. So if there are a couple of jump cuts here, I imagine the majority of this video will be mostly uncut, because I've spoke impassionedly, and I've spoke to myself, like, I've spoken my thoughts and from the heart, and I've spoken honestly, and I think that's an important thing. But yeah, if there's anything cut out of this video that is, you know, it would be something that's factually incorrect, or so if there's a lot of jump cuts suddenly, it's because of that. I'm not holding back. I'm not holding back. That's not what's happening here. Yeah, so back to the football match, because at the end of the day, that's what this is. So yeah, that was my response to those horrible things that I saw online after the England game, and I hope that it's a message that other people can take on board and really, you know, just understand. And that's coming from someone who isn't even the subject of this abuse, so God knows what they're thinking. That, like, I can't put myself in their shoes. I don't have sufficient empathy of that level to understand that, and I am trying to, and I think everyone should try and get more knowledge and better themselves on these kind of things, where sometimes you don't necessarily know what you said. Most of the stuff in this is people that definitely know what they said, don't get me wrong. 99% of the time people know what they've said, but for people wanting to educate themselves and better themselves, places when they can step in and things like that, I'm going to leave some links down in the description. Instead of plugging my Twitch or whatever, I'll leave links down in the description to Kick It Out, which is a anti-racism charity to do with football, and also to stand against racism and inequality as well, or SARI. And in those links you can report any racism that you see, or any racism that you receive, either online or on the pitch in some cases. So I advise you to take those mediums, and if you want to donate money to those kind of things, there'll be ways you can do that as well. So I'm just hoping it's raising a little bit of an awareness, although I'm a small YouTuber with a very small platform, but I feel like I can't just ignore what's been said today. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching anyway. Please check those links down out in the description, and yeah, just remember to be kind to one another. Just kindness always. See you later.